We're gonna get right into it, man. So breaking news. Breaking news. I mean, I got this off Ring Magazine initially. But it's everywhere now, so it is what it is. Jake Paul, Anthony Joshua finalizing the deal to fight on Netflix this December. Well, this is the deal. We know what's up. Like, we know there's no way, no how, no chance that Jake Paul beats Anthony Joshua if this is the real deal. Like, that's just, we're not even going to play these games, man. Like, we're not going to play these games. Now, this is a way more respectable fight than a Tank fight. You know what I'm saying? That was a clown show, literally. And I think the reason why that even fell through is because Tank wasn't playing ball. That's what I think. I do not think it was the lawsuit, whatever situation he got going on. I don't think it's that. I think Tank wasn't playing ball, honestly. That's what I think it was. You know what I mean? And I stand on that. But this here, this is actually a big fight, whether people want to see it that way or not. They're going to tune in. A lot of people is going to tune in to this. Oh, they're going to tune in because Anthony Joshua was supposed to put Jake Paul down in the first round. That's what people going to be looking to see. Are you going to fold him like you did Francis? Are you going to fold him like you did Francis? Because that's what's supposed to happen. There's no other outcome that's acceptable. There is no outcome that's acceptable. There ain't no decision that's acceptable. Even if you win by decision, that's not acceptable. You got to put Jake Paul down, bro. You know what I'm saying? For name's sake, for boxing's sake. You know what I mean? Because the fact of the matter is, Jake Paul hasn't improved over the years. He's gotten worse because he hasn't fought no official fights. You know what I mean? All sideshow fights, all entertainment fights. Look, man, that's what it is. You can say whatever you want to say. You know what I mean? He always ducked or found a way out of a fight with somebody who was official, all right? Hakeem Rockman Jr. I don't care what nobody say. He ducked that fight. Point blank, period, okay? He lost to Tommy Fury, which you can argue he won that fight. You can argue that, you know what I'm saying? But he lost to Tommy Fury, okay? And this Tank Davis fight that fell through for whatever the reasons, it fell through. All right. So this right here is an official boxer. He's actually one of the better heavyweights to do it. I'm not gonna say one of the best of all time. He's one of the better heavyweights to do it. You know what I'm saying? Anthony Joshua is not no scrub. I just think his issue is the fact that he don't have a chin. That's his issue. But outside of that, Anthony Joshua, you could throw him in the ring with any heavyweight and he gets busy. You know what I'm saying? So I just don't know if he's an all-time great heavyweight. You know what I mean? I can't really go there and say that, but still, he's an upper echelon heavyweight. And Jake Paul is fighting this brother. All right? So, with what he did to Francis, Jake Paul is not nowhere near the fighter of Francis. Francis, you could debate he beat Tyson Fury at the end of the day. I watched that fight. And that fight, man, look, you could debate he won that fight. It's up for debate. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though Tyson Fury won the fight, you watch that fight, you know what I mean? Hey, you can debate that he won that fight. Francis is legit. His expertise is just MMA. It's not just stand-up striking. It's not boxing, you know what I mean? But he can hold his own, you know what I mean? But there's no way. I hope Anthony Joshua's not on no WWE stuff with this. I'm being honest, you know what I mean? And it's not on some, I want to see Jake lose so bad. No, it ain't that. It's not that. I just want to see Jake actually box. You know what I'm saying? Like, actually box somebody for real. You know what I mean? Not this entertainment stuff. I mean, and the thing is, when you start talking entertainment, real fights is entertaining. So I don't understand why you don't want to have real fights. You know what I mean? That is entertaining within itself. You know what I mean? I don't care about the WWE. I mean, look, man, I just want to see a real fight. I just want to see a real fight. I don't want to see no pulling the punches. None of that. You know what I mean? And it's enough time. What is early November? I'm recording this the 12th right now. So, Anthony Joshua probably in training camp now. Like, you know, how long would the training camp be? What, 3 weeks? You know what I'm saying? Like, I think, you know, and I think Anthony Joshua keeps himself in shape, so I don't think it'll be that deep. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I don't think he need a whole lot of time to get ready for this. Man, he put Jake Paul to sleep, and everyone knows that. And Jake Paul can't talk crazy to Anthony Joshua. What you gonna say to Anthony Joshua? You can't talk crazy to him. You can't say he's giving you the shot. No. Or you giving him the shot, he's giving you the shot. That's the thing. You know, you can't talk that boss stuff to Anthony Joshua. I don't care about the money or the promotion. Anthony Joshua stepping in the ring with you is giving you a shot to prove that you really can do this. Now, I'm going to give Jake Paul his props. If he go in there boxing, doing what he do, you know what I'm saying? I still don't think he could beat him. Jake Paul at his best don't beat Anthony Joshua on a bad day. So if he go in there really boxing, showing defense, head movement, footwork, and all that, you know what I'm saying, and end up losing, cool. It's just going to look bad. This is the thing. This is the way Jake Paul could win this. He go in there showing heart, showing he can box. You know what I'm saying? Going there, giving it his all. It's going to look bad on Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua got to put him to sleep. That's the only... So Anthony Joshua kind of put himself against the wall here, because there will be no outcome accepted unless you knock this brother out quick. There ain't going to decision. None of that looks good for Anthony Joshua. I think he knows that. But the way Jake Paul can look good in this situation is bringing it to Anthony Joshua, is boxing and actually, you know, making it competitive. That's a win for Jake Paul. And then he can legitimately talk his stuff. Like, look, I was up in there with Anthony Joshua giving it to him. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I may not have won on the scorecards, but shoot, man, you know, with me and my experience, I went in there and took it to a heavyweight champion, a former heavyweight champion. You know what I'm saying? With a deep skill set. Like, I mean, he would have every right to talk greasy if it's a real fight. But if it's some scripted stuff, then no. And listen, I don't care if nobody say, you can look at it and tell if somebody pulling punches. We've seen enough Anthony Joshua fights. Even if you haven't seen all of his fights, you will know if he's pulling punches or not. Oh, you'll know. You'll know. You'll know. You'll know if he's not hitting with all his full strength. You will know all of that. You can't hide that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Not in no boxing match. You can't hide that. You can't mask that. So the people will be able to tell if you in there playing games. So pretty much the only acceptable outcome of this fight for Anthony Joshua was to put this brother down in the first round. Maybe the second. Maybe. If Jake Paul running around the ring, you got to catch him. Okay, cool. But if y'all really don't, you got to put him to sleep in the first round. That's the only, because the skill gap is too far in between. There is nothing that Jake Paul do better than Anthony Joshua, not even slightly. So it is what it is. Anthony Joshua got to do what he got to do, man. There's no if, ands, or buts, because guess what? If it goes down to the wire, everyone's going to say it's scripted. Even if it wasn't, they're going to say it's scripted. You know what I mean? Period, point blank. They're going to say Anthony Joshua wasn't, you know what I mean? He just took the bag. It was clauses in the contract. That's what people is going to say here. And where there's smoke, there's fire. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, at the end of the day, you know, this information didn't just come out of nowhere, out of thin air. You know what I mean? So, look, this is actually good news. Honestly, you know, I know Netflix like this because that's gonna bring eyes to it. I know the promotional team like this. That's gonna bring eyes to this. It's good for Jake Paul. You know, I don't know if it's necessarily good for Anthony Joshua because, you know, yeah, the check is, but as far as legacy wise, if this thing looks competitive, it's not good for him. Even if he wins, his peers gonna be like, bro, you was going toe to toe with Jake Paul and it was competitive. How? It's not gonna be good for him. He has to put him to sleep. He has to. It is what it is. I do think that if this is the real deal, this don't go past 2 rounds. There's no way it goes past 2 rounds. If this is the real deal, it's gonna be real quick. You might as well not even get nothing to eat. I'm gonna look at this. I'm gonna look at this like a real fight. If you do get something to eat, you better eat on the undercard because the main event is gonna be over fast. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be over quick. If this is all real, the real deal, it's gonna be over fast. Because Anthony Joshua knows. He knows what's on the line here. He knows. You know what I mean? He put too much blood, sweat, and tears in the sport to be sitting here having a competitive fight with Jake Paul, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like it just it shouldn't be competitive at all. And that's not no knock to Jake Paul. It's just what it is. So there it is, man. Anthony Joshua, Jake Paul supposed to go down. Well, they're finalizing the deal for it to go down in December on Netflix. So I guess that's some good news for Jake Paul, his team, his promotional company, all that good stuff. You know what I mean? Netflix, that's gonna be a lot of views right there, a lot of money right there. You know what I mean? Anthony Joshua got to put him down. There's no other acceptable outcome for him, man, and he knows that. All right, so make sure you like, subscribe, share the content. Greatly appreciate you, everybody. Peace.